With the XTF from Factory 5 here in the shop doing all these upgrades to it, there is one thing that I suggested that they do from the very beginning after seeing this truck in action, and that is adding a roll cage. There is a real fine line between driving fast off-road in a vehicle like a factory Ford Raptor and being able to go as fast as you can in a truck like this with highly modified suspension. And once you cross that line, you really should have a good quality roll cage in the truck. And this truck definitely needs it because it can eat up the whoops like nobody's business. So I suggested that while we're in the shop, we're gonna go ahead, get a good cage inside this thing, get 4 really good suspension seats with high quality 5-point harnesses to keep everybody safe in the truck. When you're planning a cage like this, there's a couple things you have to pay attention to. You want to look at cage design, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, but you want to pay attention to the weight of the vehicle. That will actually determine the size of the tubing that you're going to use, and then the actual seat belts. Are you going to just rely on the factory shoulder belts, or are you going to go with 5-point harnesses, which we are here? 5-point harnesses, you want to make sure that you always install this anti-submarine belt, or it's often referred to as a crotch strap, because that is what's going to keep you planted in the seat and especially keep you from sliding underneath the belts or the belts working their way up on you. A lot of people skip that crotch strap. Don't do it. You want to have it in there. Now, at the same time, we're going to outfit this truck with a couple extra items that they're going to take with them and with the crew when they come on our adventure ride. And it's a bunch of stuff from our friends at WeatherTech, one of them being this terry cloth seat cover. This truck, these seats look amazing, and you know what it's like when you're off-road. You're getting out of the dirt, you're sometimes covered in mud, or maybe you're just down at the beach and you're covered in sunscreen. Well, you can use this quick terry cloth seat cover to simply throw over either your aftermarket seat or your factory seat, and it'll keep it from getting ruined, and then your seats will always look good. So we're gonna give them 4 of these to throw in the truck when they're out on the ride. So soft. Seat out. The cage I'm going to be building in this truck is often referred to as a luxury pre-runner type cage. Now, it's a little bit tricky to do because when you're building this type of cage, what you want to do is essentially hide as many of the tubes as possible behind trim panels or get them as close to them as you can. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it underneath the trim panel here up at the A-pillar because it fits so close to the windshield, but my plan is to have the windshield removed, and that way I can get it as close to the A-pillar as I can, and even though it'll be outside the trim panel. Then come down through the dash and all the way down inside here, and I'm hoping that I can get it inside this trim panel here. That way, when you're sitting in the vehicle, you won't even really know there's a cage in there. And then also, it allows us to still use stuff like these WeatherTech HP floor liners because they are laser scanned and designed to fit around all this stuff like the factory trim panels. So if I can get the cage in behind all this stuff, it won't interfere with these. And these are great. We use them on a lot of our off-road rigs. They've really helped us out in the past, keeping mud and dirt and anything else, coffee spilled, because that happens when you're hitting the whoops at 80 miles an hour. The coffee can come out of your hand, and the nice thing is it'll land right here in the floor liner, and then you can pour it out when you're done racing. Keep drinking it. I mean, I would. So, but anyway, it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of cutting, a lot of bending, a lot of notching, and I have to take a bath shower.